Please type in the topic that you've done. Okay, fraction, improper, mixed fraction. That's good. Approximation and estimation, fractions and proportion. Okay, so now I'll be sharing my screen with you so that you will see. Some things I'll be explaining to you, then I'll be asking you questions. Now, for fractions, proportions, estimation, approximation, proper and improper fractions, everything, okay, highest common factor, thank you. Now, everything has to do with fractions and decimals. When treating fractions, you will still come across decimal. When doing proportion, estimation, so you still need decimal. Yes, your sister can participate. Yes, your sister can participate. So bring in your sister for that person who asked that question. Yes, your sister can participate. Thank you. Because maths is a general subject. So let your sister participate now. Now I'm going to share my screen. And once I share my screen, I may not be able to see your comments again, okay? So I just want you to pay attention. So what I'd like you to do is just for you to just ensure that you're paying attention, that's all. Just ensure you're paying attention. So now let's move on. So I'll share my screen now. All right. So I believe you can see my screen. So now pay attention. Now I'm going to teach you some things about decimal that will also be helping you in all the topics you have learned in school. And also, it will also help you when it comes to examination, okay? So now please pay full attention. So now I will be teaching you what we call decimal expansion. Decimal expansion. Now, for all the topics you have ever learned in mathematics and the ones you're still going to learn in mathematics, you need this that I'm going to teach you now. You need what we know as decimal expansion. Okay, so we need what we know as decimal expansion. So now let me explain to you how decimal expansion works, and you'll find it very interesting. There are some fractions that you should automatically know they are decimal, okay? So for instance, I'm going to show you the first one. Now, number one, you should know that 1/2 in decimal is 0.5, okay? You all know that 1/2, which is half, is known as 0.5. So make sure you take note of that. 1/2 in decimal is known as 0.5. So I hope you understand that. So if 1/2 is 0.5, what will be 2/2? That's another decimal expansion. So what will be 2/2? In decimal, 2/2, it is not even a decimal, it will give you a whole number. 2/2 is 1, because it's like you're saying half times 2. Okay? 2/2 is the same as saying half times 2. That's the meaning. That's the meaning of 2 over 2. So if you now have half in two places, half plus half will give you 1. So half times 2 is also the same as half times 2 over 1. Okay? It is also the same as, I'm trying to break it down for you so that you will understand. Half times 2 is the same thing as saying 1 over 2 times 2 over 1. Okay? Half times 2 over 1. So if you multiply the numerator by the other numerator, numerator is the number that is above the line, denominator is the number that is below the line. So if you multiply the numerator 1 here, you see my cursor. Look at my mouse on the screen. If you multiply 1 here by 2, which is also the numerator, that will give us 2 over, let's multiply the denominator. This is the denominator. I think I'm going to highlight it. No, it's not highlighted. No. The denominator here is 2. Okay? When you multiply it by the denominator here, the denominator here is 1. So multiply 2 by 1, it will also give you 2. And 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So you can see that half is equal to 0.5. Okay? Then 2 over 2, which is like saying 2 times half, will give us 1 as a whole number. Now, what if we have 3 over 2? What if we have 3 over 2? Now, this is how interesting it is. This is where we begin to use our decimal expansion. Now, 3 over 2 as a mixed number is one whole number, 1 over 2, which is known as 1 and half. It is known as 1 and half. Now, in decimal, 1 and half in essence is 0.5. Now it's going to get interesting. Make sure you pay attention. The first one is half. You can see half here. The first one is half, and half is known as 0.5. Now when you have 1 and half, when you have 1 and half, 1 and half is 1 and the half. That is 1 plus half. So 1 and half will now be 1 and your decimal number 0.5. That's the decimal that we have here. 1 and 0.5. So that will give us 1.5. Okay? That will give us 1.5. Okay, so now let's move on with decimal expansion. Now that you have known that 3 over 2 is 1 and half, and that's 1.5. Now, what if it is 2 and half? 2 and half is known as 2.5 because that is 2 and 0.5. So 2 and 0.5 is the same thing as 2 plus 0.5, and that's the same as 2.5. Okay, that's the same as 2.5. Now, what if we have it as 3 and half? What if we have it as 3 and half? That is 3 and 0.5. So that will be 3.5. Very simple. I hope you're getting the logic. I hope you're getting it. So now, what if it is 4 and half? What if it is 4 and half? Now, I want you to drop your answer in the comment section. What if it is 4.5? Can you type your answer in the comment section? What would be the decimal expansion of 4.5? Thank you. I've seen somebody's response. I'm waiting for the rest. What will 4.5 be? Yes, thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. I need another response. For you to be able to type comments in the comment section, click on the three dots and click on in-call messages. Then you'll be able to type something in the comment section. Click on the three dots, click on incoming messages, then you'll be able to type comments in the comment section. All right, so 4.5 is the same as 4.5. Now, this is decimal expansion for half, okay? This is decimal expansion for half. Now, I'm going to teach you one more decimal expansion. I'm going to teach you one more decimal expansion. So this is another section. Now, the decimal expansion I'm going to be showing you now will have to do with 1/3. Okay? So that's 1/3. Now, in decimal, 1/3 is 0.33333 and so on to infinity. That's the decimal expansion for 1/3 up to infinity. Okay? So now, if you have something like 2/3, that's like saying 0.33 times 2. That's the meaning. 2/3 is like you're saying that's decimal expansion times 2. So for 2/3, you're going to have 0.66666 up to infinity. All right, so now let's move on. What if we now have 4/3? 4/3 as a mixed number is one whole number, 1/3. Okay, now as a decimal number, I want to see that smart student. I want to see that smart student that will tell me the answer in decimal. Don't forget that 1/3 is equal to 0.333. Now you have 4/3. 4/3 is one whole number, 1/3. That's 1 and 1/3. So can you tell me the decimal expansion? I just want to see if you're very smart. Can you tell me the decimal expansion of one whole number, 1/3? I'm expecting you to type your answer in the comment section. Let me see, just try. If 1/3 is 0.3, okay. All right, I like this. I like this. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being smart. Yes, 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 you got it right. So one whole number, 1/3 will be 1 and 0.3. So that will be 1.333 to infinity. So in essence, that is just 1.33. So now, what if you now have two whole number, 1/3? Type your answer in the comment section. What will be the decimal expansion of two whole number, 1/3? What will be the decimal expansion for two whole number, 1/3? Waiting for your answer. All right, somebody has given us the answer. That's good. That's good. So the answer is 2.33. Let's stop there, to infinity. So it is very simple for you to have decimal expansion. So we have lots of decimal expansions in mathematics. So we have been able to look into 1/2, which is half, which is 0.5 in decimal. Then 1/3, which is called 1/3, which is also 0.333 to infinity as a decimal expansion. So once you know 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8, 1/9, 1/10, and so on, it will be very easy for you to tackle any division. It will be very easy for you to answer questions that have to do with fractions and decimals. And it will also be easy for you to multiply a decimal number by another decimal number. So this is exactly and more that we do at Learning Base Africa. I hope you understand that. So we have lots of decimal expansions that we treat. So now my question will now go to you according to what you have learned in school. Let me see if you can still remember everything that you have learned in school. Now everything involves around fraction, estimation, multiplication of fractions, okay, proportion, and I believe for somebody who have done proportion in the school, you would have learned that we have direct and indirect proportion. Okay, direct and indirect proportion. All right. Then another name for indirect proportion is known as inverse proportion. So indirect proportion is also known as inverse proportion. Indirect proportion is also known as inverse proportion. So I hope you got that. So let me ask everybody this question. Now let me tell you that when you were in primary 4 and 5, you have treated this topic on proportion. Yes. If you are in JSS 1, JSS 2, it's either you have learned this proportion or you will still learn this topic as proportion, as a topic. If you are in JSS 3, in your junior WAEC, you're going to see lots of questions on proportion. So proportion is a topic that cuts across primary 4 to JSS 3. Okay, so make sure you put your mind in this topic called proportion when your teachers are teaching you. Another topic that is very common to all classes in mathematics is called ratio. If you have done ratio before, please type number 3 in the comment section. I want to know the students who have treated ratio as a topic before. If you have treated ratio as a topic before, please type number 3 in the comment section. Okay, awesome. So you can see that ratio as a topic also cuts across different classes. Now at the end of this class, I'm going to send the link of one of our classes to you that has to do with ratio. It has to do with ratio, so you can go over the class in case you didn't understand the topic ratio when your teacher was teaching you in class. I'm going to send the link of the class to you. I think it's about 20-something minutes on that topic. You go over the topic, so it can help you have a deep understanding of this topic called ratio. Now with this, I'm going to ask you a question on ratio. So make sure you pay attention to my screen right now. So express 14 to 7 as simply as possible. As simple as possible. Express the ratio 14 to 7 as simple as possible. I'm expecting your answer in the comment section. Can you do that as fast as possible? Okay, somebody got the answer first. Thank you. I'm expecting answer from the others. All right, that's fantastic. I like that. Now, one more question on ratio. One more question on ratio. All right, I hope you're looking at my screen. Okay, so this is a question. So this is the question. Rachel and John shared 20 oranges. Sorry, not 20 in oranges. Rachel and John shared 20 oranges in the ratio 3 to 2. What is John's share? So quickly do that and drop your answer in the comment section. Rachel and John share 20 oranges in the ratio 3 to 2. What is John's share? Rachel and John share 20 oranges in the ratio 3 to 2. What is John's share? I want you to do the workings, and I'll be giving you only 2 minutes. If your answer doesn't come in 2 minutes, then I will see that maybe you do not understand the topic enough. What is John's share? If you have typed your answer in the comment section, please can you repeat it? Please type it again. Please type it again. Sorry. If you have typed your answer, please type it again. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Fantastic. I love that. So that's quite interesting. So the answer is 8. John's share is 8. Yes. No, Rachel and John shared 20 oranges in the ratio 3 to 2. Now, the first thing you're going to do is to find the sum of ratio. Sorry, let me reduce my... Okay, is to find the sum of ratio. So the sum of ratio means add up the 3 is to 2. Add them up together. So that will be 3 plus 2. And 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Okay. Now, when you're looking for John's share, look up. If you see very well, 3 is for Rachel. Ratio 3, according to how it was done, Rachel has this first ratio because she's the first person being mentioned. 3, while John has the ratio 2. Okay, so now since it is John's share that we would need to find, John's share is the ratio 2. So we would say John's share. John's share is equal to 2, which is for John, divided by the the total number of ratio, that's the sum of ratio, which is 5, then times the item to be shared. Look at it, the item to be shared is 20 oranges. The item to be shared is 20 oranges, so that will be multiplied by 20 oranges. So if you reduce this fraction to the lowest term, 2/5 times 20, okay? 5 will cancel 5, you will have 1. 5 will cancel 20, you're going to have 4. So 4 times 2 will give us 8. So the answer is oranges. So John's share is 8 oranges. So for those who attended the class, I say a big congratulations to you, and I believe you enjoyed all that we have done here. So if you enjoyed all that we have done here, please type number 4 in the comment section. Let me know you enjoyed this class. Type number 4 in the comment section if you enjoyed the class that we just had this morning, or the class we are having right now. If you enjoyed it, type number 4 in the comment section. Thank you. I'm happy that you understand. Now, for those who are yet to know how to type in the comment section on your device, whether you're using a laptop, a tab, or a phone, thank you. Click on the 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots and click on in-call messages. Once you click on in-call messages, you'll be able to type in the comment section. Now, this is what we do at Learning Base Africa. Now, at this point, if you want to keep enjoying our classes like this, we are starting a 36 days math adventure on Monday. This coming Monday, we are starting that. It's going to be 36 days live classes in maths. And it's going to be as interesting as this, or even more interesting than this. That's number 1. Now, we're going to be having bonus classes, and those bonus classes are in English language. It will be in content creation with graphics design and animation. And it's going to be highly interesting. We'll also be teaching you how to write well, how to have a good handwriting, because your handwriting is who you are. So if you want to participate in the 36 days math adventure, I want you to tell your parents to enroll you. It's at a 50% discount. So instead of 30,000 naira, you'll be paying 15,000 naira, and it's starting on Monday evening. Time is 6:30 p.m. if you are in primary 4 to 6. It is 6:30 p.m. If you are in JSS 1 to 3, it is 7:30 p.m. It's a 50-minute class, live class every day for the next 36 days, Monday to Saturday. Monday to Saturday, and you'll be having animation, graphic design class, video creation classes. You know, all those cartoons that you like watching. We are going to do something like that. So make sure you tell your parents to enroll you. Thank you very much for attending our class today, and